So let's talk about the injury 4 or 5 years ago, the big one.
Yeah. Okay, well, first of all, it was a little embarrassing. I fell off a stage. We were in Sweden in a city called Gothenburg, and it was a stadium show on a summer night. It was a beautiful, beautiful Swedish summer evening with a packed stadium, 50 or 60,000 people. And of course, we were really excited to play this show. And I remember before the show, the promoter comes up and he says, last time Bruce Springsteen played here, he cracked the foundation of the stadium. So you have a lot to live up to.
Oh.
And I was like, whatever, no pressure, dude. I'm like, okay. And so it was kind of just like any other night on the road where we were backstage and we were having a couple drinks and we were excited to play. We got out on stage and played the first song. The audience went bananas. And it was still sunlight out because in Sweden the sun doesn't go down until very late in the summer. And those stadium stages are really tall and they're really wide. So if you're going to like go run over to one side of the stage and rip a tasty lead for the people over there, it's like a 50-yard dash, okay? So you're just running back and forth. I mean, God bless Mick Jagger. This guy can still do it. Like running back and forth. And then you get back to the microphone, you're like, and then you go and do a lead, and you come back, you're like, and so the stage is maybe, I don't know, like 10 or 12 feet high or something. We were in the second song of a 26-song set list. It was song number 2, and I went to go run towards one side of the stage to do a tasty lead, and I sort of tripped over this cable that was on the ground as I was running towards the lip of the stage. And I kind of did the thing where you're like rolling up the windows, like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then I thought, okay, well, I'll just kind of jump like a cat. I'll land on my feet. I'll just jump and I'll make it look graceful. So I kind of whoa'd and went over the lip of the stage, hit the ground so hard, it made the loudest bang. So much that I heard all of the people in the front row go,
oh.
And I was just mortified, like, God, what a dork, like, I can't even do this right. Oh my God, I've been doing it for 30 years. And I went to stand up and, as I put my weight on my right leg, there was just nothing there. And there was no pain.
No.
It was just that terrifying feeling of nothing being there. So I immediately sat down. The band has no idea that I'm injured because the stage is so high, they can't even see me. I'm like in the security pit. And I look up at one of our security guys. I'm like, I broke my leg. I think I broke my leg.
Oh, my God.
And so slowly the band stops playing and looks over the lip of the stage like, what is going on right now? And I said, someone give me a microphone. And there were already paramedics around me. And I just took this mic and I said, I think I broke my leg. So I'm going to go fix this and we'll be back. Completely out of my mind.
Yeah.
And I looked at the band, and I'm like, just keep playing. Do a Queen cover, or I don't know, do a Rod Stewart song. And so they put me in this gurney and dragged me off to the side. And they pulled off my shoe, and I just saw my foot go to the right because I had dislocated my ankle. And I had broken is it the tibia, the bone that's kind of, it's down like the it's either the tibia, the tibula, or something like that.
Right.
And so this guy looks at me. His name is Johan. This dude who was like the local paramedic, Swedish. He looks at me and he goes, your ankle's dislocated. I must put it in right now.
Oh.
And my wife Jordan comes running up like, oh my God. And I'm like, this is so embarrassing. And she was sitting next to me. She had on a leather jacket. And I put her leather jacket in my mouth and bit down as he put my ankle back in place. And
so
he said,
that.
Your legs. I only felt the pressure. I didn't feel the pain. I was afraid of the pain, but it didn't come.
Okay.
And so he's sitting there holding my ankle. And this lady, I mean, I guess I was in shock, but I felt okay. And this lady comes up to me with one of those little aluminum blanket things you see on like Mount Everest. And she's like, "Are you cold? Do you need a blanket?" I'm like, "No, I don't need the blanket. I'm fine." And so the audience is just stunned. The band's playing a Rod Stewart song. I'm sitting there with this guy holding my ankle, and I was like, "Okay, well, if I sit in a chair, can I go finish the show?" And he's like, "Well, if I let go of your ankle, it's going to fall out." And I said, "Well, then you're going to come on stage and hold my ankle while I play." And he goes, "Well, I need to put a brace on it." And I said, "Okay, do you have one?" He said, "No, it's at the hospital. We have to go there, put it on, then we can come back." And I said, "How far is the hospital?" He said, "Half an hour." I was like, No. You're going to hold it and we're going to go up on stage." And so they wrapped this ace bandage around it really tightly. And then like 4 dudes like carried me like Cleopatra back up to the stage on this chair. And then I sat down, and at that point they were playing a Queen song, Under Pressure, and I came out on the chair, and the audience went, but it was the best show we've ever played. The audience went bananas. It was like a Rocky movie.
Right.
It was like dun, 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 dun. And so and then halfway through the show they had the plaster to make a cast. They pulled me off stage for 5 minutes, wrapped this plaster cast on, and then we finished the show. We were on stage for 2.5 hours, and then jumped in a car and went to the hospital. And they took an X-ray, and they're like, "Yeah, you need surgery."